Super chat.
You don't mess with my little promise, man.
Wants to know. I love that job. Book, do you have any recollection of your All About the Five promo on TNA? It was hilarious.
Man, All About the Five, man. I was creating as I was going that day. I didn't have anything written. That wasn't a promo that was scripted or anything. They gave me the mic and I just started talking. And the African accent, I don't know, Jamaican accent. That was a little bit of Mexican accent. It had a little bit of everything in there. But I'm serious. It was just something. I was trying my best to entertain myself in TNA. When I got to TNA, I really had high hopes to really be able to capture some moments in that company. And after about 2 weeks, I realized none of that was going to happen. So I just started acting a fool. I really did. I really started acting a fool. I did some of the most. I'm actually ashamed of myself for some of the stuff I did in TNA. I really am. Because I knew it wasn't going anywhere, and I lost my zeal for really going out and performing the way I think I always have before that. So
you weren't as motivated.
I lost my motivation. I had a 2-year contract, and I lost my motivation just because I didn't see a lot of guys. It's just like I've been watching Last Dance lately. I'm at episode 9, and to watch Michael Jordan's drive. Man, he was like a tyrant. He wanted nothing but the best from the guys that was around him. And I know when I went into TNA, I felt I had that same feeling as far as I want to push these guys. I want to push these guys to, really see exactly how far they can go, because I knew I had some young talent, that I could really, go out there and, maybe create some magic with. And then when none of that happened, I lost, my passion just because I knew it was out of my hands. It was out of my control. It was nothing I could do with it. I was nowhere near that circle of people that was running it or anything like that. So I just literally just said, man, I'm gonna just come pick my check up. I'm gonna go out and try to have some fun and try to create something at the same time. And when this 2 years over with, we'll move on.
And and then he ended up back in WWE, and that's where you've been ever since. Did you look at it like I don't know if this ever happened where you break. Say you and the girl going out for a while. Y'all have like 3 years in. Then y'all break up. You take a year away from each other. You see other people. Then you come back and you end up getting married. You don't really count the time that you were gone. And if someone says, how long y'all been together? Oh, 5 years. Even though there's that year gap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that how you feel about TNA? Like, I never really left WWE. I just had an affair on the side for a couple years. I to put it.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at it that way.
It's a weird way to look at it, but I'm just
kind of look at it that way. But when I left WWE, I wasn't expecting to ever go back. It wasn't a thought process in my mind as far as I'm leaving WWE. I'm gonna go over here, and maybe I'll find. I literally thought that was the end of my WWE career, my WWE run. Totally had no expectations of going back to the company or anything like that. But when the opportunity came, I was like, oh, heck yeah. When they asked me to do Tough Enough, I was like, man, I'm all in. It's something I could do. It's something I can transition, from the ring to actually, coaching, whatnot. I already got a school, so I'm already known for coaching. So this is perfect. And then that led to the commentary thing and the analyst, whatnot. And now I've been there ever since. But nah, man, not for 1 minute.
We have about a minute left. Should we revisit your classic promo?
Go right ahead, man.
Do you want to revisit it?
Great promo.
This is all about the five.
You know what I say? I say, look at these bums. Look at the dress. You see, in my country, they say, if it looks like a chicken, if it clucks like a chicken, it's a chicken. You see, you want to talk about the mafia, you talk about the mafia to the face. And you see, from this day forward, the war will start right here tonight. And you know what I say? By the end of this year, there won't be any of you left. And you know one more thing. One more thing. It's all about the five. You understand? You know what I mean? It's all about the five.
We got to take a break. Stick around. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Oh, man. I went from that all the way to the five.
Wait, we need to have a real conversation about Booker T as the GOAT promo. Like, in my country, if it walks like a chicken and it clucks like a chicken, it's a chicken. Look at the dress. Look at the dress.
These bums.
These bums. Yo, that is hilarious. That is so funny.
Oh my God.
Look at these bums.
I don't know where I got that stuff from, bro.
I don't know where you got that from either.
I don't know why. I swear, man. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just trying to create something, you know.
James Weston says, in my country, America? Oh, man.
That's what's stupid about promos like that in my country. In Houston? That what you talking about? That's good. That's my country. You know, so it's just the stupidest thing in the world when you hear something like that, man.
Oh,
it's just,
God.
you know, that's what wrestling is to me. Wrestling,
it's all about defense.
Wrestling is to be embellished. I don't know where the accent came from. Like I said, I've been watching The Last King of Scotland with Forrest Whitaker, and man, that movie was so powerful, and it made me. I'm like, man, I got to capture this. And I don't know, I'm like that. Even like when I first saw Black Snow, who is a poet, who's a real guy, a real poet. The first time I saw him work, I was like, man, I got to capture this. I got to capture it, you know. And for me, it's the stupidest thing in the world. For me to be able to be in that moment and have that moment at the same time and bring it to life. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I did another promo with the Main Event Mafia where me and Kurt Angle, we were arguing about no, not me and Kurt Angle, being Scott Steiner. We was arguing about who was going to have a match, and we said let's figure it out by playing Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. The stupidest promo in the world. You know what I mean? Kevin Nash ended up kicking me out of the locker room. You know, I ended up looking at the wall for about 5 seconds. It's the stupidest promo in the world, you know, but I was having so much fun in TNA. Things, of course, kind of like went sideways just because a couple of, you know, issues that, you know, wasn't to my liking. Let's just say that. Not to bring up rehash old dirt or anything like that. And things kind of like just started going sideways from that point. But I tell you, man, I thought that company had so much potential. I remember working in England, and we had 2 nights back to back, and I had a chance to work Rhino. And man, it was the most electrifying night perhaps I've had inside the square circle, perhaps ever. It was amazing. The crowd was it was maybe only 5,000 people, but it was an arena that only held like 5,000 people. And the fans were going, Rhino, Booker T, Rhino, Booker T, right? And they did that, bro. They did that for at least a good solid minute straight. And me and Rhino, we didn't even touch each other. We just looked at each other and said, bro, just stay right there, man. Just let them keep going. And second night, we went back, same adrenaline, same feel. And I was like, man, this company have such a hell of a chance at making it. I really thought TNA was on the verge of being what AEW is now.